Yo, what up, what up? What's going on, everybody? This your man, Lucky. I'm back with another one, guys. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why you should never, ever, ever argue with women. Listen, we've all been there. I've been there. I know you have been there at some point in time where you're in a relationship. The relationship is not really going that well, or you and her are not seeing eye to eye, or whatever the case is. And you get to a point where there's a disagreement. That disagreement goes from a disagreement to maybe a debate, and then from a debate to an argument, right? Guys, listen to me. Never argue with women. I'm telling you right now, never ever argue with women. First and foremost, let me say this. In my opinion and from my experience with me arguing with women is emotional. And I'm telling you right now, women do not like a man who is emotional. As a man, you must be emotionally mature. You understand? Do y'all understand the words that are coming out my mouth? I gotta edit that out, man. Man, whatever. As a man, you have to be emotionally mature. You have to be emotionally intelligent. You have to understand that when you're arguing with a woman, it is coming from a place of emotion, whether you believe it or not. I get it, man. You're trying to get her to understand what it is that you're trying to say. 9 times out of 10, by the time it has gotten to an argument, it's all about emotions. It's no longer about you trying to direct her or show her something or prove your point. Let me tell you something, man. Women don't care nothing about your point that you're trying to prove. They don't care nothing about that. Women typically don't care nothing about logic either. It's all about her feelings. So you're coming at something from a logical standpoint. She's coming at it from an emotional standpoint. Now you're getting emotional because she's not understanding your logic. Guys, you got to be emotionally mature enough to know that you do not argue with women. It is pointless, okay? Arguing with women turns women off. Let me explain something to you. A woman looks at a man who argues with her as a child. She looks at you as a little boy. Think about this. Little boys and little girls, children, right? They throw temper tantrums when they can't have their way. They can't go outside and play because their room is not clean. Or they can't have dessert first, before they eat their vegetables, or whatever it is that they want. They're in the store and mommy won't buy them the G.I. Joe. And so now they're mad and they're upset and they're throwing temper tantrums. Babies, little children throw temper tantrums. As a man, when you are arguing with a woman, when you are arguing with your woman, you are a little boy trapped in a grown man's body because it's an adult way of throwing a temper tantrum. That's what arguing is. And fellas, I'm telling you, that is the quickest way to turn your woman off. It'll damn near turn her against you when she looks at you and sees that you're not that stoic man. She sees that you're not that man who can stand on his square because she said something that made you feel some type of way. A woman is not interested in a man that is in his feelings so much that he has to throw a temper tantrum. Y'all get what I'm saying? As a man, you're supposed to be her rock. That's what she looks at you as, her rock. And there is no way she is going to look at you and respect you as her rock if you're arguing with her. Let me tell you something, man. Another thing that arguing with a woman does is, believe it or not, it scares her. If you are a man who, you're bigger than her, you're taller than her, you're stronger than her, you know what I'm saying? You have a deep voice and you get into this argument, you get into this rage, man, you're probably scaring her. You understand? You're probably scaring her. So now you have a whole woman that is scared of you. She's like, yo, he's emotionally uncontrollable. He wants to yell and scream. Who knows what he's going to do next? Yo, this is a turnoff. I don't feel safe with this man. I don't feel safe. Women use this line all the time about them not feeling safe. A man has to make them feel safe. But I guess as a woman, that is one of the things that she would look for a man to. She would look to a man for safety. And so if you're her man, you're supposed to provide her with that level of safety. However, because you want to argue and fuss and throw temper tantrums, she's looking at you like, yo, you're not that dude that can make me feel safe. Listen, a woman will test you. A woman will do certain things, man, to see if you're going to argue with her or not. She's going to try to do things to throw you off of your square. And you can't fall off. If you fall off, she's looking at you like, yo, if I'm able to knock him off his square, then he's not that dude. But see, we don't really look at it like that. We're just at a point where, listen, man, we're trying to prove a point. Or she said something disrespectful, and so now you're going to show her that you don't accept disrespect. But arguing with a woman over something she said or something that she did is not how you demand respect. Let me tell you something, man. A woman is either going to respect you or she's not, period. And I promise you, if you feel as though she disrespected you and now you're arguing with her over the level of disrespect that she showed you, she's going to lose even more respect for you. Trust me, a whole lot more disrespect is coming after that argument. Guys, you do not argue with women. When you argue with a woman, you're showing that you are not emotionally mature. You're showing that you are not emotionally stable. You're showing that you're not emotionally intelligent. Don't argue with women. It's not worth it. You're trying to show logic. She's all about emotions, period. And as a man, you have to understand this about women. Stop arguing with them. Doesn't make sense. It's pointless. All you're doing is turning her off. If that's your lady, you're turning her off. Think about the end. Think about the end of every relationship. Leading up to the end of that relationship, what was there a whole lot of? Arguments. Everything was an argument. Any little thing turned out to be an argument. You got to understand this, guys, man. It's pointless, man. It has no purpose arguing with a woman. If you're at a point where you're arguing with a woman, man, you are emotionally attached to that woman. And I'm telling you, man, emotional attachments are the root of all suffering, man. Detach from that woman. That's the first thing you want to do to get out of a certain situation with women when you're so in love or you're so whatever it is that you are with that woman that you feel like, you know what I'm saying? You got to argue with her. You got to detach. You got to break the emotional attachment. Women know when a man starts to get weak. When you are emotionally attached to a woman, it means that you are weak for that woman. Y'all get what I'm trying to say? A woman does not like, man, listen, a woman does not like a man who is so emotionally attached to her that he loses himself. He loses his ability to control his emotions. She wants you to regulate her emotions. And I know a lot of guys, it ain't my job to manage her emotions. And I agree with you. I agree 100%. It's not your job to manage her emotions. However, it is your job to manage yours. And if she can't manage hers and you can't manage yours, what are y'all doing? It's crazy. Guys, man, don't argue with women, man. It doesn't make sense, man. Detach from that woman. If you're arguing with a woman because she said something or she did something that made you feel some type of way, man, you are too attached to that woman. That woman should not be able to knock you off of your square at all. If she's able to do that, or if you're able to come off of your square because of something she did or something she said or some way she made you feel, you in bad shape. You're emotionally attached to that woman, man. You got to detach. Emotional attachments are the root of all suffering. Detach from that woman. I'm telling you right now. Listen, you'll turn a woman off real fast. Women lose respect for you as a man. She looks at you as a grown boy when you want to argue with her all the time. Don't let that woman pull you, man. Stand strong. Say what you say and mean it, period. Another thing, man, you can't be afraid to lose a woman, man. When you say something, you got to mean it and you got to stand on it. Stop trying to control a woman and make her do something or make this or make that or force her. Listen, man, stop it. If a woman, listen, I have learned this. If a woman respects you, she's not going to argue with you, period. If she respects your leadership, if she looks at you as the dominant in the relationship, she is not going to argue with you. A woman who argues with you does not respect you. I'm going to say it again. A woman who argues with you does not respect you. Stop arguing with women. If you are in a situation, guys, where you and your wife, you and your girl, you and your shorty, whatever, y'all arguing over stuff, she don't respect you. A woman is not going to argue with you if she respects you, period. That's just what it is, guys. You gotta understand that. What's the point in putting all your energy into an argument with somebody that doesn't respect you? It's that simple. Stop trying to control a woman. You can't make a woman respect you. You can't make her see it your way, man. She see it how she see it, and that's it. You either get up and walk away, or you sit there like a sucker. I don't want to say sit there like a sucker, but stop arguing. It's pointless. It creates resentment. You scare women when you argue with them. They look at you as unstable. You gotta stop it, fellas. Stop arguing with women. She's not worth it. She's not worth the time. She's not worth your energy to argue. You ever argue with a woman and afterwards you be like, yo, I'm drained. I'm drained. How many times, man, you done got into an argument with a woman and then you said something that you didn't mean to say? You said something and then you couldn't take it back. Come on, guys. You got to be better than that. Stop arguing with women, man. Listen, if you're in a relationship right now and you're trying to save your relationship, for all you guys out here that are trying to save your relationship, right? You're trying to save your marriage and all of this kind of stuff, man. You're with that woman and you want it to work out. I mean, because let's be honest, we get into relationships because we want the relationship to work. If you guys are arguing with that woman, stop it. Stop arguing with women. I'm going to do an entire breakdown of how you get yourself into a situation, or matter of fact, you get yourself out of situations where you feel an argument coming on. But it's going to take you to have to emotionally pull away, emotionally detach from that woman, because when you're arguing with her, it's because you got all of these emotions on the inside and your feelings is in there, and you just got to get it out, and it comes out in the form of an argument. When you emotionally detach, you start detaching from that woman, the emotions are not going to be there, or the emotions may be there, but it's just not that serious anymore. What she says will go in one ear and out the other, and you just keep it pushing. All right, guys, stop it, man. We got to stop with the arguing, man. It's only going to make the relationship worse. Like I said, what's the number one thing that escalates during the end of a relationship? It's the arguing. Period. When the intimacy drops down, it's not a turn on. Man, let me tell you something, man. You can argue with a woman, man, and you know what I'm saying, by the end of the day, you done got it out your mind. And you done moved on. You argue with a woman, that same argument 2 weeks later, 2 months later, man, something that you said in that argument is still in her mind. It never left her mind. This is why women, you know, when you're in a relationship and you're, you know, arguing and all that kind of stuff, most of the time you're going to see the intimacy in that relationship start to dwindle. It turns women off. Stop arguing with her. Man, let me tell you something. A woman will be more turned on by you not arguing with her. Believe it or not, women love a man who really don't pay attention to him. Like, I mean, a man that is so, you know what I'm saying, on his square that she can't move him. Y'all get what I'm saying? I'm telling you, it's a psychological thing. But guys, you got to stop arguing, man. And the number one way to stop arguing with a woman is to start to slowly detach. I'm not saying you got to get up and walk away from the relationship. I'm saying detach from her emotionally. Start focusing on you. Get up and go to the gym. Work out. You know, study. Learn about yourself. Whatever it is. Spend less time with her. Spend less time with her. You're too emotionally attached, man. And I don't know, man, but you got to stop arguing with women, guys, all right? I'm going to let y'all go because I feel like I'm just saying the same thing over and over and over, but I'm telling you, you got to emotionally detach. Emotionally detach from that woman to help you to where you're not at a point where everything that she says or does is a problem and you have to react. Emotionally detach from that woman, and that'll put you in a position where you're not going to argue with her. Okay? She's supposed to be emotionally attached to you, not you emotionally attached to her. Y'all get what I'm saying? Look, guys, I'm going to let y'all go. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.